Hey guys, Pyro here. Today I want to talk about Ana and why I think she's the best healer in the game. Now, since Ana's come out, there's been a lot of criticism for her from people who play in teams, and they're like, oh, why are you picking Ana? Why do we have a solo Ana? Solo Ana can't heal by herself and whatnot. And I'm here to kind of explain to you why I think she's the best healer in relative to the other healers in the game. Now, I'm talking about Ana as of November 11th, 2016. She might get changed in the future, and I know there is some changes that are coming to her, other than the ones that have already been presented and changed, and the changes that have already been implemented to her. So let's talk about comparing her to the other heroes and seeing why the pros and cons between each one. So the first one would be Lucio. The first pro that she has over Lucio is simply the burst healing. Her burst healing is just so massive at keeping your tanks up. And the ability to keep even smaller teammates up, like 200 HP heroes, even if they take about 75% of their damage, you can keep them up rather easily with 2-shot burst and keep them alive. While Lucio healing is more of an AoE healing, where you can heal multiple people, but you're not going to be able to keep them off if you're sustaining large amounts of damage. Now, comparing ultimates, I think Lucio might have the pro here, because his ultimate can save an entire team, especially if a soldier kind of ults or a Genji ults. You can definitely save some people or buy some time to finish off those ults that might kill entire teams. The pro for Ana against Lucio here is that Ana's Nano boost is more beneficial to in an attacking situation where you have to get through a barricade or a choke point, and considering that Blizzard loves putting first point choke points in this game, is very beneficial for her to have this ability, and I think it's probably a massive pro over her. Now, a con for Ana against Lucio would be that she's not very mobile, and compared to Lucio, who has the speed boost ability to get himself out of situations, who can wall ride and has his secondary shot ability, which is to push people back and give himself some time. Although Ana's sleeping dart can be beneficial there, because you can sleep someone who is attacking you one-on-one and escape. So I think Ana still beats him out in general, just because it's her in an attacking situation. I think Lucio's still better in a defending situation. Now, as far as Mercy is not being used that much right now, because people don't see the benefit of just kind of waiting to revive an entire team and force a second team fight. And the fact that her mobility is also is not as limited as Ana's, but it's not gonna save you that many times, especially just gliding around. And once your teammates are kind of all dead and you don't have a res ability, you're kind of sitting duck and you're gonna get wiped too. And the fact that for Mercy you have to be really close to your teammates to be healing them, and you have no, once again, you're not very tanking, you have no healing, you have no way to escape other than glide. It's kind of I think this is where Ana beats her, just because her burst, Ana beats her in burst healing. Ana's ultimate is probably more useful getting through choke points, and as Mercy you're not as Ana, you're not as dependent as Mercy is to be defended by a team. And on top of that, Ana can be a massive damage output hero, so I think Ana beats her there still. In comparison to Zenyatta, I think this is two heroes are very similar. I think Ana still has the ability to burst heal faster, because she obviously heals faster with her gun than Zenyatta does with her, or his, I'm not sure. Zenyatta's orb doesn't heal as fast, but at the same time they're very similar, because Ana's debuff grenade can limit healing, while Discord orb is very strong. But Ana's AoE effect on the debuffing heroes is way better than the Discord orb, in my opinion, just because you can limit an entire team from getting killed and force a team kill, which is very, 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 very important in this game, to force team kills, or force an entire defending team or attacking team to kind of back off and wait for that debuff and let you gain some ground. I think in escape mechanisms, I think Ana has the benefit here, just because her sleeping dart can buy you some time to escape, while I think Zenyatta doesn't really have anything that can help her escape other than, being a good shot. And even then, if you're a good shot, then if being a good shot is going to help you with Ana as well. And furthermore, I think they're even on the distance factor, where Ana can really snipe sit back and snipe and heal at the same time, while Zenyatta can also do this as well. Now, a lot of people might disagree with me and say that she's not the best healer based on these pros and cons, but I still think she is, for the simple fact that you can keep your tank up longer than you might think so. So for example, if you really want to get through a point and you have 2 tanks, which the meta currently is 2 tanks, a single Lucio is not going to keep those tanks up. I'm sorry, even if you're a very good Lucio and you're constantly boosting your ability and whatnot, it's simply not going to work, especially if those tanks are being focused by the defending and or attacking team. It's not going to work, because those tanks are meant to take damage and you're meant to really keep them up. And a single Lucio is not going to be able to do it. Maybe a Mercy's able to do it, but a single Lucio is not. And I think Ana can really keep 2 tanks up. At one point in this game, there was 2 tanks, and I was able to keep them up just because Ana's burst healing and how fast you can keep the bursting up is immense. That, and you couple it with the ability to boost healing and your burst ability, it drastically changes how a tank can play. Now, obviously, I think Ana's main disadvantage is that if you're not really playing you're not with a heavy tank team, as to say there's 1 to 2 to 3 tanks, I don't think she benefits as much, because her ultimate isn't going to be really used as well. You might be a little bit more hesitant to throw that ult on someone else. I also think that Lucio would do a better job there, even a Mercy, just because they can jump in between heroes faster. Even though like a good shot is able to keep people more alive than a Mercy might be with Ana. Now, talking about her other abilities compared to other ones, I think the main disagreement people might have is that Lucio is kind of a more overall better healer. Yes, you could say that, and yes, you could say that he's a better beginner healer. So if you haven't never played healer, or your team just needs a healer on the spot, everybody's gonna default pick Lucio. And I think people should try to learn to play Ana more, because Ana is definitely the better healer at the moment, and definitely is better at keeping your team alive, especially with tanks alive, which is ironic because in the clip you just saw, I was not able to keep my tank alive, as I've always been talking about. But considering what the meta is right now, I think Ana's better, with the meta being 2 tanks, 2 healers, or I've even seen the 3 tank meta. So I think Ana's the best healer for those reasons. Let me know what you think, if Ana is really the best healer or I'm completely wrong. Give me feedback, suggestions, anything in the comment section that you might think I'm completely wrong. One side note, as you can see, everybody switches off tanks and just goes snipers, and I really can't heal or save myself at that point, so it's another Ana disability. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening, and like I said, give me feedback or comment on why you think Ana's the best healer, or why you don't think she's the best healer, or who is the best healer in the game. So thanks for watching, guys, and take care.